Right, I have to make a disclaimer for this video. There's no terminations at the end. I didn't video them, but I didn't do them, so I couldn't video them. So what I'll do is I'll probably put the finished photograph of them on Instagram or something like that. But yeah, so it's just the gland of the cables. There's no terminations at the end. Remember to like and subscribe too, because that is important, because it earns me vast swathes of money. As you know, on YouTube you get paid a hell of a lot of money for making videos. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you had a good New Year. We had a good party. And I hope your first week, if it is your first week at work back, has been good. So thanks very much again. Monday morning. No, Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, first day back. It's not that I don't like going to work. I do enjoy it. But the fact that I haven't been getting up at 2:30 on a Monday stroke Tuesday is proven a bit difficult this morning. But it's what brings the pennies in, innit? I'm hoping it should take about 2 hours, because I'm hoping that not everybody else is at work today, or the vast majority of people aren't. I wonder if... I'm hoping, I said to the missus at the weekend, I'm hoping that they've somebody's broken in maybe and stolen some cables, so then I'll have to start all over again, which would be nice. Keep you there a bit longer, because I quite like the job. It's a decent place. Anyway, let's see when we get there. Oh, well, here we are, day one, back at work, back at Waterloo, just waiting to see what time the job opens to get on. Worryingly, I've just pulled up, well, just as I was coming past Waterloo station, all the dash lights went off. So I don't know what that is, possibly a fuse, I don't know. But yeah, that's a bit worrying. I'm hoping the van starts. In fact, let's have a try. It starts alright. Dash lights have come back on. I don't know what that was. The engine management come on. Dash lights went off. There was no high temperature or anything, so I don't know what the hell that was. Hope it doesn't happen again. But let's not pollute the environment anymore. So yeah, well, I'll have a walk around the job and see what today entails a bit later on. It's only 5:15 in the morning now. So nobody's here, the site's not open yet. But I'm sure it will. It's nice and warm, by the way. I don't know what sort of temperature are we looking at. About 10 degrees. It's a good thing about London. It's got its own microclimate, so no matter where you see... someone I know has just put a Snapchat on Snapchat, and there's snow on the ground, and they're just going through Newcastle, or going past Newcastle, and there's actually snow on the ground, and they said it's freezing. Well, it's about 10 degrees here. There's a guy just walked past me in shorts. So anyway, see you in a bit. Well, there we go. Just walking up. The light, where the dashboard lights went out. As you can see, it's light now. Dashboard's lights went out. They came back on temporarily, but apparently the front main beam and the front side beam haven't come on. So there's something's fused somewhere. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I've just been on the phone to the boss on the site, and I'm downstairs in an area where there is a hell of a lot, and I mean a hell of a lot of cables. You're talking, I think there's three 4-core 240s. I think there's two 185s. These are parallel feeds and obviously treble feeds into panels, and then there's six 120s, but they all come out to feed different units, and they're all they all come through this one small window about 1 metre wide. They haven't been dressed properly, and then they go into the panels. I'll show you in a bit, but I think that is this week's task, and trust me, if we get anywhere near it, it'll be a good task done, because it's an absolute pain in the ass. But yeah, I'm going to go and have a look at that now. Well, I'm going to go and talk to somebody else to see if there's anything else that needs doing ASAP, but it's I think that's where we're going to be. It'll be there all week and probably next week, so I have to have a look at that. I had a good sleep though. What's that? Is that just my beard being grey? Yeah, it is. Never mind. Right, yeah, anyway, it's raining in London today, which is... It wasn't raining this morning when I went to sleep, but it is now. Bugger. No problem. Right, when I say today, it's going to be a pain in the arse. I mean it. It is now 10 to 11. I've been at this for a while. So as you can see, all of those cables have come through. What we've got, they come through from the other side of that wall. So I'll show you what we've got, what it entails. Now, that one, and that one, parallel fed 240s. They go into that panel, the gland plate's off, but they go in there. Then they bend down and come out. Right, so that we'll sort that out later on. So what I've had to do, they were in to that point there, and then they were left. So those two I've put in. They were just laid on the rack. They weren't secured or anything, they were just laid there. So I've put those in along, and that's where they stop, so don't worry about the gap. The next one, I've got the ratchet strap tied to it. I'm pulling it in ever so slightly. You can see better from that way. So what I'm doing is I've got to pull it in here with that into there, and then take a pull on it to pull it back into there. I've got a chain block, well, a little boat puller rigged up there, so that pulls it in that direction. I've got a unit strut fixed to the floor, so I've got a ratchet strap on there, which then I tie up round the cable, and pull it down. So with a combination of 3 ratchet straps, I can get it somewhere near. So that's what I've been doing so far. Then we've got all of this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. They go somewhere else. There's those 2 little ones, 70 mils or 50 mils or something. And then there's 2, them 2. Those 2 come from another way. Now what's going to have to happen at this junction, through that window, because there's not much room, the 240s are going to go up, and all the 120s are going to come underneath and split where they need to split. But you say that's a lot of work. Well, there's more, because from that panel over there are 2 4-core 185s come out across this ladder rack, through here, go through there, and they go into that gland plate there, right? Which means they've got to come through that window, and then come like that, and like that. 185, 2 185s have got to do that. Plus the 120s have then got to come into there. So it's going to be hilarious, really. tied the rope on to a loop, and I'm going to pull that back into there now. So what it's doing is, there we are, it's tied on there, onto that, that's pulling it in, obviously in that direction. That then, the way, because that's in the way, that then pulls back to meet those other two and come round. Then what I'm going to do is tie that one up onto there, and then that'll pull it down to meet the rungs. So I'll show you that when it's finished. Bloody big bugger. The third one's nearly there now. No, not yet. I'm going to take off.
Any good?
Getting there. It's the third one.
The rest will be a bit easier, don't they?
Well, I hope so. I'll have to take the hand in there, Yuri. Don't push your fingers. No, that's not having it. So, why the fuck is that? I'm going.
Why is it not coming
No,
out?
it's alright. That's under tension, isn't
You
it?
want to go up, you want to go up?
No, but it's not going away. We're trying to pull it away, but that's under tension, pulling it that way. So it's not gonna move. It's under tension. So hopefully, taking that off.
Should I just want to... I thought you might want to go up against that wire.
I'll watch. Right. Do it now. Hold on, got somewhere to move to. It had nowhere to move when it was tied on there. Let me get it that wire. Oh, by the way, you're all on video, so you're all going to be on YouTube.
What now?
It's video now.
Oh, yeah.
So you're all going to be YouTube stars.
No sound.
Yeah, the sound. You'll be able to hear you sounding like Mel B.
How do? I'm Mel B. I used to be in Spice Girls.
Down. Right, I might put this back on. Temporarily.
Why? Just you and him.
Are you shy?
Will they make the joke?
Eh?
Will they make the joke?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Right, give that a lift. If you can reach that, push it up.
Yeah, well,
Amy's too short, look. Ah! Should be enough, that'll be enough. That'll be enough. What I don't want to do is tighten this and not be able to get the strap out. That's the only thing. You start a skiffle band. Anyone got a washboard? That's how the Beatles started. They were a skiffle band.
Landing cable.
Yeah. Jointech Lennon, that's what they were called.
I know sun. Oh,
Yes.
sun on
What's that?
the video.
Yeah, there'll be sound on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I have to edit the swears out now though. I'm not allowed to swear anymore. You don't get pennies if you swear. Right. You go next door, Jamie, just give us a nudge.
No, which way?
Away on it. Just let me get me pointer in 2 ticks. Right.
Tonight?
Yeah, that's it, whoa. That's it. Right, now they're temporarily tied.
Nice.
They've gone in better than I thought then as well.
Well, easy.
Not the tidy, aren't they?
Yeah. Right. I did promise YouTube that I was going to show them, so.
How many food?
Not many yet. Right, so there they go. I need to put the earth in. I want to put the earth at that side. So that one's going to go there, round. You can if you. And then they go there. Then they're only temporarily tied in at the minute. They're going to turn left. But I've got to lift them up, which is why this piece of unistrut is on the ceiling. Because we're going to lift all of those, 1, 2, 3, up onto that, tie them in place temporarily again. And then the others, all of this menagerie of cables, are going to be able to move across to where they need to be. Because I don't know whether you can see that one. That one there comes over the side of the rack, and I need it underneath that one.
And you've got a cross.
Yeah, and there's a cross.
LU 10 and 11 goes to that far board.
Oh, brilliant. So yeah, so those ones, that one and that one, go over there into that far gland plate, which is miles away. I don't know what we're going to do there, but we'll have to figure that out when we get to it. So the next job, lift them up, tie them onto there. I'll show you that when it's done. Right, so we've done 240s are done. Earth's round. It goes off into the distance over there. Now, starting on the 120s now. So they're going to come round there, through, and then they're going to turn. Now, through here, if you look, there, eventually, there's going to be 2 4-core 185s, so that's why this piece of wood is in the way, to lift those 240s up in the air. But that also applies to the 120s, so they're going to have to go up. So in a straight line through there, the 185s can go. And there's all the mess. So I've got to try and make the 120s there, like that, in a line. Oh, then there's those 2 things, 2 50mm, go to some panels in there. He said to me, can you do this in a day? Will you get this done today? I think my answer is going to be, no, I can't. But I'm just starting to get those 120s in now. So I'll report back when I've got those 4 in. So now what I've got to do, just to make things a bit more fun, the earths have got to follow each individual cable. So they come up, they've got to go through there on each one, and then round on the top. So that's what I've got to do. So now I've got to trace the earth out and pull it back through. Right, so what seems like an absolute eternity, they're in. It's all temporary tied at the minute. Spin around there, so they go round. We've got a piece of wood holding them up because the 185s need to go underneath. 240s were already in, which are those ones there. They sweep round there. Those two there, that one and that one, tied them all in. They don't even go there, so I have to pull them back out now. So that was a pain. And then we'll just walk round into the room. And that's what they're doing. So I've just fitted the gland plate, just two bolts. But they go in, 3 of them. How do you do 3? There we go, that's 3. 3 go in like that, and then they turn and go onto there. So I've measured, I need about 1 metre. So after the gland, I need 1 metre. And I'm hoping what I can do is where that door is, I can bend them down into there and then bring them back up and in. Fingers crossed, that's what I'm hoping I can do. Because if I can't, I've got to figure a way of putting them back out there, which quite frankly, I don't even want to contemplate at the minute. Ooh. So yeah, that's been today's work. That's actually all I've done today. That is it. I haven't done anything else. Dressed those cables out. I've had the 2 lads helping me. Yuri and Dimitri have been helping me. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been there. Well, you couldn't have done that on your own, but that's not my remit. It's not my job. I don't do that. I've done it as a favour. So I'm hoping that I can make it pay tomorrow. But we'll have to see. Oh God, I hope it works, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Right then, that didn't work. The cable, that 240, I glanded it. I tried to get it in that hole. It's too big. It's too big to manoeuvre into that gap over there and then get it back in. It was twisted, and it was so it's. What I'm gonna have to do, which is a really risky thing to do, is get a measure on all of them, put the glands on all of them, and then put the gland plate over from like down there, slide it up all the cables, get the lock nuts on temporarily, and then lift the cables into there, which is still going to be incredibly difficult, but I can't see another way of it working. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think that's going to work, to be quite honest. Oh God. But we'll have to see. But that's as far as I've got today. I'm going to put the gland on this one. I think I might just prep it, get it ready, hand tight, and then I'll tighten it up in the morning. But yeah, today has been an absolute cow. Basically what I've achieved is that, 3 holes drilled, that gland on, and then those cables dressed round from over there. But the man in charge did just say they've worked out better than I thought they would have, so I suppose that's one thing to say about it. Not the best, but it is one thing to say about it. So I'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it, put it that way. It's not going to be fun. But that's what cable jointing is all about. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. See you in the morning. So here we are, back at the job site, and I'm trying this. I'm going to slide the gland plate up onto the glands, put the lock nuts on. Then the next solution, next job is to strip the cables down to the cores and lift them into there, which makes the hole more accessible, and then obviously they go down onto the bars. So I'll try and set the camera up so you can see the struggle as it's going on. Wish me luck. Right, gland plate's on. The gland plate went on quite easy, so I've got sort of high hopes. I've stripped them all back. Now the plan is I need to lift them up. So all of that has got to go up there and then get the ends over. So I might try and set up the camera to see the ensuing struggle. Right, I've already tried it one way, which didn't work. I tried to bring them that way, and there wasn't enough room. So now, I'm trying to pull them back in. So what I've got rigged up, strapped around the cables. I've got the board puller up onto a piece of unistrut on the ceiling, which I'm hoping is going to hold because they're existing bolts in there. So that might not be successful, but we'll have to see. And then I'm hoping that I can pull that up high enough that I can turn each one of those into there, and then slowly but surely push all of it back to where the gland plate needs to sit. So I'm going to set the little camera up, maybe up on one of the high levels or something, and just see if it can record a little bit. So over the next bit anyway, I've just speeded the video up and obviously the audio, so there's not much going on. I've left this in. It's not that interesting really, but I've left it in to show you the actual struggle that you've got to do to try and get cables of this size into where you want them to go. They don't want to go, they won't bend, so I just thought I'd leave it in but speed it up just so it was, over an hour. I think it's still going to end up over an hour long, but I've put this in so you can see the toil that you've got to go through. I'll show you, I'll talk a little bit later on, just let this play. So here I'm just moving the 4-core 120s out the way, just to try and gain the maximum amount of room to try and get these cables up and into where they need to be. I'm trying to lift them, there's just nothing going on, it's not happening. They're incredibly heavy. I need to change the whole scenario, and I do that in a minute. Take everything down, start everything over again, pulling from different angles and lifting and whatever else. So you'll see that in a minute. I'll just go around the rungs with the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strong enough.
I was thinking there's one here where you only saw that well.
I know I don't want to mully the unistrut though.
It's moving, boy.
They're moving.
Yeah.
Go on then. Good. Oh, that's skill, mate.
You need to leave a little bit out of the...
We'll try and not bust the switch off.
Alright.
I'll try on. Is it?
Yeah.
What minute?
You'll only blame us.
Well, that's just the case. We'll get the fucking where they were.
Tell us when.
When?
Stop moving a bit there.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we're just moving the cable now.
Is there a ring?
Right,
And if you look at this bit to the left hand side of the screen, you can see the blue ratchet strap. I put that on and that pulled it over at a more acute angle to the left hand side as you stand looking at the panel, which allowed me to be able to turn the cables in. And if you look, there's 8 cores already in the panel, 4 more to go. So once that 4 are in, then I can go to fit the gland plate, which is another task in itself.
And you have 4 more to go, you mean?
They're only half the size, though, aren't they?
Eh?
They're only half the size.
No, they're more 4. Yeah. Half the size are the ones that's already in. Yeah. One. No, you're not supposed to be videoing yourself without a gloves on.
Ah, PPE.
Eh?
PPE.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
When the PPE's not relevant, I don't see why you should be wearing it. That's my argument.
I think it's relevant there.
Where? I can't see any elephants here.
Your hands. I couldn't do that with my bare hands, you know.
Yeah, you went.
I have to use a glove. Used to it. I even pull the tape with my hands. You know, the masking tape. With the gloves on.
Right, this one.
So for some reason, I've lost the audio on this bit. But all I'm doing is, it's a very, very slow process. I'm letting some slack off to the left-hand side now as I'm stood. And then I'll change again to the other ratchet strap in the middle of the screen. Ratchet that up, that moves ever so slowly. The cores into the panel. And then it's do the process all over again. And eventually it gets somewhere near. And that's when I think that's when I stopped recording, and the next part of the recording is the actual finished. We've got the gland plate bolted on. There's Phil, who was making all the noise in the background. We've got the gland plate bolted
We're just
on
on this now.
and ready for terminations. But it just speeds up a bit here, so I'll just let it speed up. But it's completely silent. Right, I've got the bottle jack in place underneath the cables, so that's lifting them up. The ratchet strap's pulling them, and then I'm bending the cores inside the panel so that they don't get caught, and we can manoeuvre them in. It gets to a point where we've moved the cables level with the panel to where they're going to go in, so the gland plate can be bolted. Then we have to go outside and use the little ratchet chain block to pull them in over, because we did take some away initially. So I have to pull that little bit in, and then we can bolt the panel up. Like I said before, it was a good task. It was a difficult task to overcome, and I'm happy that I achieved it. So if you've got this far, which is a long way, I know, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one, probably next week. Although no, I am going to be doing a video for my wood chipper. So I'll be doing that later, maybe this weekend. I might get that posted Sunday.
Well, I can't believe it. They're in. Not terminated, obviously, so I need to do that, but take the side panel off and tighten the lock nuts. I can get in on that side as well, which is fortunate. There is a gap there, you can see the cables. So I can get in there, I can get in the side. They run through there, they need sorting out. We need some sort of containment or something up there to hold them in place. But at least they're in. It was the most difficult way of doing it, but they're in. So I'm going to go and get some well-earned food.
Now the last little bit, ratchet and the last little piece in.
And I'll let you know how we get on
to get it lined
with
up
the terminations, because that's not going to be easy, because there's 3 of them and there's not a lot of room.
I go and we pull it in,
But
and have a bit
that's
of
for later on
a
today.
mess about with it. But